We are live. We are live. We are live. All right, today we've got Tom Brady. Today we have Mark Wahlberg. Today we have Jesse Itzler. Today we have Stedman. And today we have the greatest speaker in America. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Today's going to be a big show. We're going to be wrapping up this series. We've been in this series called The Great American Speaker, and we're going to end that series this week, but we're going to end it with a bang. We're going to take some of our takeaways from 10X Growth Con from guys like Tom Brady, Jesse Itzler, Stedman himself, and of course, Mark Wahlberg, dude's a beast. We're going to take some of those takeaways. We're going to apply them, and then we're going to take the overall arching lesson from the week, the one thing that you're going to be able to take into your weekend that's going to make a massive impact in your life. We're going to break that down today as well. All that and more. It's 5:30 a.m. You know what we got to do, folks. Let's go.
Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Hope you enjoyed that intro right there, because that's the last time you're going to hear it. We got a brand new intro coming out next week on Monday, which I'm super excited about. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Friday. That's right. Today is Friday, February 24th, 2023. And I am coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky, in the good old United States of America. Now, here in Lexington, it was 76 degrees yesterday. Today, we have a high of 46 degrees. That's right. It's cold again. And one of somebody, I don't know if it's Brandon, I don't know if it's Jessica, I'm not sure, but somebody keeps messing with my thermostat here in the office. And so when I got here this morning, it was freezing. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys quit turning that thing off. Now, we've had this whole debate. We've already talked about this in Clubhouse before. I don't understand why we turn off air conditioning units. I just don't get it. Set the temperature that you want it to be at. It's going to go up and down. That's all I know. But for some reason, people like to turn them off, flip them to cool, do all these other crazy things. I don't know. All I know is I'm freezing this one. But that's a whole different conversation. Listen, this week we've been in a series called The Greatest Speaker in America, where we have been breaking down both takeaways from 10X Growth Con, which is one of the largest business conferences in the world. Amazing, right? So we've been breaking down both the takeaways from 10X Growth Con and also breaking down a speaking competition where 27,000 people applied, auditioned, went through, and this guy right here won it. That's right. I won last Wednesday, making me officially the greatest speaker in America. Just saying. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and she was like, dude, if I was you, I everything, everywhere I went, everywhere I go, like I'd have it tattooed across my forehead, like greatest speaker in America. She's like, you better scream that from the mountaintops every minute. Hi, my name is Glenn Lundy, greatest speaker in America. Good morning, Marilyn Wilkin. My name is Glenn, greatest speaker in America. How you doing, Michael Barrick? I am the greatest speaker in America. Kim Fair. This is Glenn Lundy, greatest speaker in America. Pleasure to meet you. How you doing, Russell Hill? Greatest speaker in America right here, just in case you didn't know. Tara Hope, right? I know that's a little ridiculous, but I'm just saying. It's a pretty cool title to have, and it's been pretty fun. So we've been breaking that down this week, which has been awesome. Also, we discussed this week the importance of being equipped for opportunities, right? I know, Robin, I know. We discussed the importance of being equipped for opportunities like what I had last week. And we also talked about how important it is this week. We talked about how important it is to put ourselves in miracle space, right? These things don't happen when you're just sitting on the couch trying to eat a sandwich. Also, earlier in the week, we learned a lot from Dana White. We also learned a lot from Megyn Kelly. And then, of course, we learned a lot just from the whole process of the Speak Off, getting concise with our messages, delivering an impactful message that connects with people, so on and so forth, right? That's been this week. So if you missed any episodes this week, you're going to want to go back. Trust me on that. We've had some good, like powerful episodes. We've also had some incredible conversations around those episodes over in the Breakfast with Champions room, which, by the way, we do live Breakfast with Champions, motivation, education, inspiration, 6 days a week over there. This show's about half an hour, 45 minutes long, but we have 8 hours of programming over on that other side. But with that said, we do have a live event. We have a live in-person event going on in Dallas, Texas, April 13th and 14th. Okay? April 13th and 14th, this whole community is going to be meeting up in Dallas, Texas. You might want to go check that out if that's available on your calendar. You can go to bwcdaily.com, I think it is, bwcdaily.com, bwcdaily.com, and you can hook up with us live. That's a different link. Hook up with us live. And it's going to be awesome. All right. So hopefully we'll see you in Dallas. Okay. So we talked about that. Yeah. bwcdaily.com/Dallas23. bwcdaily.com/Dallas23. Dallas23. We're going to have an awesome event out there. You're going to want to check that out. Now, listen, we also discussed this week, we discussed the value of family to success, how important that is, right? To make sure that our families all moving, rowing the boat in the same direction. And then we stretched our minds and our thoughts to a world-class level yesterday, right? We decided, we all together collectively, those that were here, for those that weren't here yesterday, you're going to want to go back. We decided collectively that we were going to take everything to a world-class level. We were no longer going to do things on an average level or an above average or below average, but world-class. And I even showed you my priceless works of art yesterday, right? And I think everybody can agree I'm quite the artist. Now, today, we're going to wrap all this up. We're going to wrap all this up with some takeaways from Tom Brady. We're going to wrap all this up with some takeaways from Mark Wahlberg. We're going to wrap all this up with some takeaways from Stedman. You guys know Stedman, Oprah's dude, right? We're going to wrap things up with some takeaways from Jesse Itzler himself. And then we're also going to talk about the biggest threat to your success and how we're going to overcome and push through that. Does that sound fair? Before we do all that, though, you know what we got to do? You know what we got to do on this show? Y'all know we got to do some dancing. We got to get these bodies in motion. If you're a little tired today, this is how you're going to shrug it off. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. So I need you to get in motion, all right? I need you to get in motion. I need you to get rocking and rolling. Why did that music start over? That is so interesting. Wirecast has been doing all these updates. They got some little glitches in there. I don't think people use this software the way Glenn Lundy uses this software. We find ways to break everything. That's what we do. We go 5 days a week. We go hard in the paint. We maximize the capacities and capabilities of the software. And we be dancing while we do it, right? We be dancing while we do it. So let's get your dance on. This is also the part of the show. That's right, Melvin. This is also the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. All right, those of you over on Clubhouse, do me a favor, share it out. Those of you on Facebook and YouTube, do the same. Hit that share button. I also want to say good morning to you, and this is the part of the show where you say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. Natalie Nicole. That's right, I said Natalie Nicole. I'm talking to you today. Good morning, Natalie. Great to see you here. How you doing, Liza Myers-Borges? I see you dancing and running in the streets. Liza, you'd be proud of me. I had a conversation with my team yesterday. I told the team, hey, we have to become world class. And in order to be world class, we have to become marathon runners, not sprinters. See, I got a whole team full of sprinters. We can sprint. But man, this business we're in, if we're going to build something, we need infinite thinking. We've got to become marathon runners versus sprinters. More strategy, more long-term. And I said the only way we're going to learn to do that is we got to run a marathon. That's the only way. So my team, many members of the team have agreed that we're going to train together and we're going to run a marathon later this year. I'll give you more details on that. It's going to be amazing. Ryan Gallagher, good morning. Sonia Merritt, I'm glad you're here. What's up, Russell Hill? Thanks for being here. Jacqueline Underwood, Mr. Nathaniel Banks himself. Leisha Moore is in the building. My guy Scott Simons up in here. Robin Wilshans. What's up, Paul G. Yabara? Glad you're here. We've got Rick Tamburino. Ken Cook is in the building. What's up, Ken Cook? Pastor Jeff Moffitt, Don Sankey is up in here as well. Robin Price, Vicky Everett, I see you. Leisha Moore, I see you as well. Rich Pintrick, thanks for being here. Debbie Dowling-Waba, Bella Rigby, Christina Macy. I am Team Marathon, says Regina Fleming. Chicago Marathon in October. That was one that I was looking at, Liza. It's funny that you mentioned that one because I was thinking I could take the team in the jet, like it'd be an experience for the team. They could go on the jet, we could fly up, do the marathon up there. It's not too far from here, and make that happen. So let's talk more about that. I also want to say good morning to some of my Clubhouse peeps. I see my guy Justin's in the building. What's up, Justin? Jason's here, Andy's here, Arpit's here, Linnell and Crystal and William and Jackie and Ramona are in the building. We've got Gail and Sol Salcido. Maisha's up in here. Michael and Maria and Allison, Annette. I see Kim Walsh Phillips, who I saw her at GrowthCon. She is such an amazing, she's just this powerful human packed into this tiny little thing. She's amazing. Vince is here and Yen are here. They kicked us off this morning. Ella and Tom and Daniel and Richard. I see Kate Bowman. She killed it yesterday. Julie's in the building. Kimberly's in the building. Dominique and River. We've got Tina and Kelly and Roger and Ricardo. We've got Al Jabbar and Bree and Carrie, Mighty and V. Thank you guys all for being here with me. I greatly, 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 greatly appreciate you. And check it out. I have a special announcement. Jacqueline says, come on by here and pick me up in the jet. All right, I got a special announcement. Okay. One of the questions that I've noticed that a lot of very successful people, they're always asking the question. They're saying, what's next? Right? What's next? We're putting some pieces together. What's next? And so I've been working with my team quite a bit on the what's next over the last 180 days or so over the last 6 months. So to put it all in a nutshell, we have 800% Elite Automotive Club, where I work with owners and general managers of car dealerships all over the country. We're actually servicing 190 rooftops now between the United States and Canada, which has been incredible. And I built the company to work only with owners and general managers for a reason, because originally it was just me. I was the only guy for almost 3 years. Well, now I have a team of incredible individuals. I've got teams. My team is filled with superstars, guys and girls that have been in sales for over a decade, that have been the top of their class, and now they're all a part of our team. Hi, Brooks. Great to see you. Now they're a part of our team. And so we are rolling out individual sales training and leadership training. All right. So primarily automotive, but not specifically automotive. Does that make sense? Sales is sales across the board. Sales is sales across the board. Leadership is leadership across the board. Our background is in the automotive space. The principles that we've learned and that we apply, they do cross over into all sales and all leadership. We're looking for ways to include more people so that we can help them elevate, so that we can help them grow. And today, I'm going to go ahead and launch that for you right now. So listen, if you are in sales and would like direct, live, professional coaching from my team, you can now head to glennlundy.com/800%, and you can become one of our first members of our new program. If you are in management, you are a leader, you want to become a better leader, you can now work directly with myself and the experts on my team, directly live sessions, 2-day-a-week live sessions on the leadership. We've got 5-day-a-week live sessions on the sales side. All you got to do is hit glennlundy.com/800%. That's glennlundy.com/800%. And if you are in sales or in management, you now can also become a part of the 800% Club. It's been exclusive for owners and GMs for 4 years, but we're opening the doors. And I got to tell you, I do believe that this is going to fill up, and it's going to fill up fast. And so I would get in early. The earlier, the better. The sooner, the better. It'll be more intimate in the beginning, and it's going to continue to grow and expand. So you're going to want to be one of those founding fathers on that, all right? So glennlundy.com/800%. You can go check that out. Join us. Would love to work with you if you're in the sales world, if you're in the leadership world, management world. We want to help. And this is kind of what it feels like once you're a member of the 800% Club. It's freaking awesome, dude. This is kind of what it feels like. Check it out. Oh, I don't know why I don't have any sound on that. If you're on Clubhouse, you're like, it's just dead silent, bro. Let's try that again.
It's an amazing group to learn from. I would suggest it to anybody, who really is looking to grow their business and learn from others.
It's a club of people coming together, working harder to build each other up, to reach levels we would never be able to reach on our own.
It's been just really rewarding and trying to soak up as much of the wisdom I can. I just learned a lot. I can't wait to share with my team.
It was great becoming a part of something where pushes me to go above and beyond, and that's what this club's all about.
The information, the support, the teamwork, the encouragement you get from 800% Club is like nothing I've ever seen.
These ladies and gentlemen that have joined the 800 Club did it for a reason. They want to 800% their business. Like, let's go. What are you waiting for? 800%. That's a big increase. Most of you are looking for 10%, 5%, break even. 800%. Glenn Lundy guarantees it, and I endorse this message.
I love the 800% Club.
Who are you? Like, for real. Think about it for a second. Like, who are you? You see, I'm Glenn Lundy. I'm a husband to 1 and a father to 8. That's right, I got 8 babies. I'm Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 8, and the greatest speaker in America. Who are you?
I think what I need to do is every morning right when I wake up, I just need to listen to that crowd cheering. Dude, the sound of the crowd erupting, dude, is amazing. It jacks me up every single time. Catherine, you said, do you have to be in automotive to be a part? I do not believe you have to be in automotive, but I do. Thanks, Vicky. Me too. But I do just want to clarify, like, just in all, in full clarity, my expertise comes from the automotive world. I learned to do sales through automotive. I learned leadership through automotive. I work with owners of automotive dealerships. That's what I've done in my experience. the principles of sales, the principles of leadership across the board. I've done training with the Carter Myers Automotive Group on all levels, right? We've done training with the people in accounting and different departments, fixed ops, and the service side, service advisors, so on and so forth. So I'm just saying, disclosure, asterisk, our background and most of my team's background is in automotive, not all, but most. However, I do believe no matter what industry you're in, if you are in sales, this will be incredibly valuable for you. If you are in management, this will be incredibly valuable for you. If you're ready to invest in yourself to grow 800%, you should go to glennlundy.com/800%. That's my full disclosure. Is that fair? Okay, cool. Check it out. Mark Wahlberg is a beast. Let's just say it out loud. I know this dude used to be like a New Kids on the Block or whatever. He came from the boy band world, but the dude is a freaking beast. He works his freaking tail off, dude. For real. He works his tail off. This dude has done TV. Dude has done movies. This dude owns car dealerships. This dude owns restaurants. Like, the dude is absolutely spectacular. He works his tail off. It's crazy. He came out on the stage over at GrowthCon and he was talking, and like they did an interview style, you know, and it's interesting. You see people one way. He's not New Kids on the Block. Which one? In Sync. What is the difference? Is there a difference? I don't think there's a difference. You see him one way, kind of in the, he is jacked, Scott. You see him one way, kind of on TV and whatever, and you get kind of an image. But then when they have an intimate conversation, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. But that was before that, he was a part of the boy band, dude. Like, he was part of a boy band first. Then he went off on his own. Donnie, whatever, man. Y'all are crazy. I don't know what's going on here. All I know is this dude came out on the stage, and when you get to know him, like they were having, when they get to know him, they were having an intimate conversation, and you could just hear how his mind works. Like, he's from Boston, right? He's got that Boston accent. I got a little bit of a Boston accent and a little bit of a Boston tough guy in him, right? Like everything that you would say, like, man, this is how it's going to be because I'm a tough guy from Boston, which is different. And he said something that I'm going to share with all of you guys. He said, like, right now he's working on some different projects. And Grant was like, man, why are you working so hard? And he was like, dude, they're writing me a check. I have to make sure that my value exceeds the dollar amount on that check. He said, I don't care what I've done in the past. I don't care what I've experienced. I don't care how far I've come. I don't care about the accolades. I don't care about how old I am. I don't care about how much money I have, and I have a lot. I will make sure that my value exceeds any check that ever gets written to me. He said, I take great pride in that. If you write me a check, my value will exceed that. You will walk away and say, I got more out of the deal than he did. I thought, wow, man. What a way to live. What a way to live, right? What if we all always functioned like that? Always. We always functioned like that, to where our value always exceeded our price, that we never felt like we earned, or we felt like we expected, or we felt like we deserved, but that we were going to go out there and guarantee value would exceed the price. Awesome, right? That was Mark Wahlberg, Marilyn Wilkin. And I've always kind of lived that way. Like, I lived, when I was young, I heard, people buy when value exceeds price was one of the first things I learned in sales. And so you increase the value and you'll sell more, close more deals. But just the way he was like, I mean, when you hear a guy who's worth hundreds, it's not under promise and over deliver. No, Tony, it's over promise and over deliver. Like, hey, I'm going to be absolutely the best investment you've ever made in your entire life. And then when they sign up, when they hook up, you exceed that. Overpromise and over-deliver. That's the world-class mindset. This dude doesn't have to get out of bed. And yet he over-delivers on everything he does. And that's why you can tell. That's why the dude is crossed over from TV to movie to music and all of the different spaces. He's just an absolute beast, right? Also on the stage was a guy named Jesse Itzler. Now, Jesse Itzler's a billionaire. He's married to Sarah Blakely, who also has made her own billion-dollar company. She was the founder of Spanx. And what I took away mainly from Jesse and Sarah both, their brains are the default of their brain. This is the default of their brain. I want you to write this in the chat when I say this, okay? Their brain default standard operating procedure is 3 words. Yes, I can. That's it. That's their standard operating procedure, right? And it was funny because I was thinking about this in the planner, the Morning 5 planner today. The quote was submitted by Jimmy Bradford. Jimmy Bradford's a part of our 800% Elite Automotive Club. And the quote says, you know, the man who says he can and the man who says he cannot are both correct. The man who says he can and the man who says he cannot are both correct. I actually have that quote up on my wall at my house as well, because there's so much truth to that, right? And that's what I loved about Jesse and Sarah Blakely. They were like, yes, I can. You know, Jesse had an idea to go create a jet company. They're like, dude, you don't know anything about jets. You don't know anything about FAA. You don't know anything about regulations. You can't open a jet company. He's like, yes, I can. And he did. And he sold that sucker for a bunch of money. Sarah Blakely, she's like, man, I'm going to create underwear that's going to change the world. They're like, Sarah Blakely, you don't know anything about underwear. What the heck are you talking about? You cannot create underwear. And first of all, you definitely can't create underwear that's going to change the world. She's like, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. That's like their default. Yes, I can. Reminds me of my kids, right? It's magic. What if every time you had a thought, a doubt, a worry, a fear, a concern, anything that slowed you down or held you back, your response was, yes, I can. Mind you of anybody, man? If you look at somebody like Elon Musk, they're like, dude, you cannot launch rockets and bring them back to the ground and land them again. He's like, yeah, I can. They're like, dude, you can't put people on Mars. He's like, yes, I can. Right? Like, he's just, yes, I can. Standard operating procedure for Jesse and Sarah. 3 words. Yes, I can. Powerful takeaway for me. Powerful takeaway for me. It's so important to have that mind muscle set on yes, I can. Now, there was a guy named Stedman, Oprah's guy. And the biggest takeaway I had from Stedman was how not to do a presentation. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. It was not. And this is a lesson for all of you guys, okay? When you give a keynote presentation, do not have a bunch of slides filled with a bunch of words. Just don't do it. Your slides should be triggers, like images would be great. They should be a trigger that triggers your next point, right? As a speaker, you want to flow and you want it to be authentic and you want it to be real and you want people to be focused on you. So you can do a quick image, which sparks a thought in your audience and sparks a thought for you. Get rid of all these words, dude. Every slide he had thousands of words on them. Like, it was crazy. It was like reading a novel as And you can't read. I mean, try it, right? How often does somebody talk to you when you're in the middle of reading and you have no idea what they said, right? So we're reading the slides while he's talking, which makes it impossible for us to connect. So listen, I'm just telling all y'all, any of you that do any speaking or plan on doing any speaking in the future, get rid of the words. The dude is a smart dude. He's a very successful dude. He's done some incredible things. They should have interviewed him on the stage versus letting him keynote, or somebody should have helped him out and said, hey, bro, you're going to put everyone to sleep in that room with this particular slide deck that you got right here. I'm just saying. He needed better friends in his corner. Hey, I'm just being real, raw, authentic with you guys. Love the guy. Did not love the presentation. Then, of course, you had the GOAT, right? Mr. Tom Brady himself. Tom Brady himself, a true champion, absolutely determined in everything that he does. 7 Super Bowl rings. Dude came out on the stage. He just owns his presence. He owns his aura. He owns who he is. It was absolutely fantastic to just be in the room with such a guy. He's just one of those guys, you know when they're in the room. And it was amazing. And the biggest takeaway I had from Tom Brady is Tom Brady, as determined as he is, as disciplined as he is, his determination and his discipline were not to be the best. His determination and his discipline was not to win, but to be the best. You see, he said on the stage, because Grant was pushing him. Grant was like, man, nobody wants to win more than you do, Tom Brady. And he's like, I don't care if we win or not. He goes, honestly, I don't care if we win or not. He goes, there's so many things outside of our control. Like, he's like, I can only control so much. I can only control the ball when I'm on the field. I can only control the clock when I'm in possession. He's like, I can't control things like weather. I can't control what the other offense does. I can't control what my defensive players do. I can't control whether my guy catches the ball or not. I can't control if somebody jumps off sides. I can't control he's like, dude, I'm not in control of everything on that field. The only thing that matters to me is I don't care whether we win or not. He goes, yeah, I want to win, but it's not about winning. It's about being the best that I could be on the field. Just being the best that I could be. Only control what I can control. He said, I can control my effort and I can control my technique. That's all I can control. I can't control anyone else or anything outside of that. And he said, by me being the best that I could be every single day on the field, by being the best at my discipline, by being the best at what I eat, being the best in the gym, by being the best, it also inspired my team around me to step up and be their best. He said, but I never, ever, ever once got up early, did a workout, trained, threw a football. He said, I never once did that to try to win. I only did that to be the best. Overall, that one hit me the hardest. Because there's definitely something in me that likes the win and wants the win. And we have to realize the reality, the truth is, Brady lost a lot of football games. And Jordan missed a lot of shots. Babe Ruth struck out a lot of the times. You can't win every single game. But you can be your best every single day. Overall, the event was amazing. And the overall arching takeaway was this. These men and women never have to work another day of their life. Jesse Itzler and Sarah don't have to get out of bed. Tom Brady just got a $400 million contract. Mark Wahlberg's worth hundreds of millions. Stedman is best friends with freaking Oprah. These men and women, or married to, or boyfriend, I don't know that relationship. These men and women never have to work another day of their lives. Yet, they not only still do, they do it at a higher level than most. You see, they are doers, constantly competing with themselves because they understand that comfort and complacency leads to death. And they're not ready to die yet. And my guess is you're not either. So ask yourself the question, what's next? And continue growing and evolving and being the best version of yourself that you can possibly be.
Every day I wake up is a blessing and a challenge. Ain't no stressing, I just manage. Steady building up my balance. I've been trusted with these talents to use to my advantage, to expand my vantage and level up my status. I got a calling, I feel like Solomon. Forever we ballin', for heaven I'm conquering, and I'm going all in. Whether I got 5 talents or 1, I'm gonna make it multiply until you tell me well done, well done. I don't do no stressing. Know you see me flexing, yeah, praise is my weapon. I'm just reaching for my blessings, stretching, reaching for my blessings. Grow your business for God's sake, for God's sake. See me winning cause I got faith in God's grace. Reaching for my blessings. I've been putting in overtime, I've been working all day. Grow your business for God's sake, for God's sake. The mission is to be the best version of myself. Make the world better when I've left and build generational wealth. Teaching your lessons, leave an impression. Increase my investments, keep reaching for your blessings. We rise, evolve, and pack together. Out here building bridges, stretch it to the max. Ain't about my father's business. Certain I've been working daily on my grind, putting in overdrive, cause it's time to grow for God. I don't do no stressing. Know you see me flexing, yeah, praise is my weapon. I'm just reaching for my blessings, stretching, reaching for my blessings. Grow your business for God's sake, for God's sake. For God's sake. See me winning cause I got faith in God's grace. See me winning cause I got God's faith. I've been putting in overtime, I've been working all day. Grow your business for God's sake, for God's sake. I don't do no stressing, because I know no weapon is ever gonna prosper or keep me from my blessings. You giving me a message and answered all my questions. Living life abundant, so I don't do recessions. Faith without works is dead, and I've been doubling up. I got a lot to give, the numbers I'm running them up. It's your good and faithful servant with a 5 talents or 1, and I'm gonna multiply until you tell me well done, well done. I don't do no stressing. Know you see me flexing, yeah, praise is my weapon. I'm just reaching for my blessings, stretching, reaching for my blessings. Grow your business for God's sake, for God's sake. Grow your business for God's sake. See me winning cause I got faith in God's grace. See me winning cause I got God's faith. I've been putting in overtime, I've been working all day.